So, okay. So now I installed Sonar Cube, then Trivy, Trivy, Docker, and all the things. And parallelly, uh, installing EKS. So now I'm going to quickly installing the plugins. Yesterday I already explained and go through. After installing, just restart the server, okay? Jenkins server. It's actually restarting Jenkins services, not server. After configuring plugins, we need to configure the tools as well for the corresponding plugins that we already installed. JDK version, I'm going with 18 or 17. This one, 17, 8, 1 plus 1. Sonar Cube Scanner. Sonar Scanner. Same. Install from Amazon. That's fine. Coming to Node 16. Okay, all are fine. Apply and save. From docker.io.com. Apply and save. This is for Sonar Cube token authentication. So copy the token, paste here. Then go to manage Jenkins. Go to system and the Sonar Scanner server. Copy the path with the port number. Choose the authentication token. That's fine. Now we can quickly build pipeline. Okay. So go to new item, my application, choose pipeline. Okay. Go to pipeline dashboard. So here you can see everything. We created a sonar scanner, so the name should be same. Okay, for the JDK 17 node 16, then Sonar Scanner, and this is a repository, okay, our GitHub repository. So it will take the code. Then Sonar Cube Scanner, we create a server. I mean, just before we configuring systems, Sonar server, just adding. So here we need to mention the name as well. Then for the token, see the name, all the names that we, I mean, when we use in configuration. So all the names we need to provide here. Then apply and save. This is only 5 step, okay? Instead, we have around 10 stages. So first we build step by step, okay? Build now. Pipeline overview. So see, this is our build stage, okay? It started, and first it will installing tools. Here we can see the step-by-step process of build. See, JDK 17 tool predefined installation completed. Now it's going to node 16. Then it taking the ender code from the repository. That's done. Fetch the environment. Then now it's using, verifying our code, like reviewing static code analysis used by Sonar Scanner. It will take some time, depend on the code. Okay, if you have a lot of code, then it will take more time. That's done because I think it's less code. Then quality gate checking. See, it's created a name and all the things that we provided in the pipeline. For quality gates, it will take some times.
I think we lost Tawfiq sir's audio again. Like it
No, no, no.
shows a green
I'm here.
box around his voice, but
I'm here. I'm here.
you're here. Okay.
Yeah. Actually, I'm waiting for the quality gate checkout. Pass out.
Is somebody by airport?
Mhm. It will take some time, but I need to check uh, why it's too long.
How will you check if why it's too long?
I mean, we need to do some more configuration on quality kits. So just a creation of one, like see here, coming to Sonar uh, quality gates. Here we can one option for creation of quality gates. Yes, Sonar cube quality gates. Save. Hmm. I need to. We need to add this Jenkins to the quality gates actually. So we need to create a webhook as well. So just create uh, like put a name. And coming to here, we need to provide the Jenkins mission for private IP. Okay.
Did you copy the IP address of your VPC that is open?
This is my Jenkins where I installed Jenkins mission. Okay. So that mission private IP. That's all.
But you can access a private IP through.
Yes, because both.
So your Jenkins server is on a private IP, and
No,
it's
no,
a
both
SonarQube webhook.
both are in. Uh, it should be both are in same machine, right? So they can communicate.
Oh, okay. But
Now
then
I'm
why not the address 0.0.0 for the same machine, right?
0.0. It's for
Is that the same machine 0.0.0?
no. When we use 0.0.0,
Or you can use localhost and then colon
not
different
local
port number, right?
host, because like I will explain that thing. Okay, I'm just rebuild the pipeline. So this is my EC2 mission, right? This is a EC2 mission, and this mission have public and public private IP. And I installed Jenkins inside the mission and SonarQube inside the mission. So the SonarQube, both services or both applications inside the same machine, so they can communicate with their local IP. That's why I'm choosing the local IP for the gate, quality gate. Local IP in the sense of private IP for this machine. Private IP. Got it. Because both are running inside the machine, like just to connect a service between these services. See, our pipeline is running successful. Look like this. There's no break or failed attempts happen here. All stages are done. So in this case, what are the stages we included? Tools installation, cleaning the workspace, check out the code, uh, checking the codes using SonarQube, and verify the codes with the quality gates, then installation of dependency, then using try VFS, we like scanning the working directory. Now we need to include the Docker stages and all the things to this. So before that, we need to log into Docker Hub. Okay. So this is my Docker Hub account. Okay. So here you can see my latest application, push, pull, all the things. So this is happened 2 months ago. Okay. There is no new application or no images pushed through this Docker Hub. Yeah, fine. So for pushing to Docker, we need to authenticate with this Docker Hub. Okay. So what we'll do, we just go to the dashboard, manage Jenkins, go to credentials. We need to add the credentials of Docker, add credentials. No, I guess we can go with the username and password. Provide the username. Okay. In my case, my username. This is my username. And we can give the password of our Docker Hub. Okay. Or else we can create a security token from here. Like come to the settings. Okay. Then go to personal access token. Here we can create the token and access, read, write, delete, generate. Just to copy the password. Okay, this is access token actually, and paste it here on the password side. Then coming to ID, I'm providing Docker. I will check my pipeline. Okay. Providing the name Docker Hub because this is used in the pipeline. Create. Now that part is done. Then we can add that Docker part in our pipeline. Okay. Docker part in the sense of like building the image, pushing the image, and using try we can scan our push the image. So when copying or typing the stages, we need to ensure the curly brace open and close. Okay. So coming to the last stage. Okay. This is the open brace and one more open brace there. So we need to close that two things for this stage. 1, 2. So, okay. So the both are completed. Then we can add one more stage. So look, I'm adding one more stage here. This is for Docker build and push. And here you can see like scanning the build image using Trivy. And coming to here, we need to provide our username. To 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, fine. Okay. So this is the stage for Docker build and push. So coming to step, we have a script. So this will our with the Docker registry credential ID. So this is our this will checking the credential ID, okay, for our Docker Hub. So we already created a Docker Hub credential before. So they authenticate with that Docker Hub account. I mean this pipeline. Then the tool. We already install Docker and provide a name to the Docker in our tools. So that is Docker. Then coming to the steps, script steps. That is first is Docker build T, the application name clone. Then Docker tag. This is tagging our Docker image. Clone latest. Then push. So these three things happen in this stage. After that, it will scanning using Trivy to the same image. Apply, save, build now. Where we can see the build image, even know. Amal, Mahesh, Pamba. Now it's see
inside the Docker container.
inside this machine, right?
Yes, whichever machine you just installed it on.
Yes. Image is ready. On this machine, we can see the image tagging, all the things listed here when using Docker commands. Here we can see the outputs as well. See, It's created container, running the steps inside the Docker file. There is 8 steps. So see, it's go through the 8 steps. Now it's 5 of 8, fifth step out of 8. See, it's failed. So we can see, we can go through the error why it's failed, or like try we skip due to So I'm just to go through the error. Some pushing happened, some error. Tag. I think we missed one more arguments for the application. So the Docker commands. I'm trying one more build. Mahesh, are you there?
Here's the thing. Oh, yeah.
Your Terraform is working, right?
No, that SSH connectivity is failed actually. I'm trying to fix through security group actually. I'm trying to add one more SSH to 2022 port.
Okay. Or else you can try with browser shell, like you open the browser terminal to verify what happened, or just troubleshoot. Okay.
Okay.
We can connect after this section.
Yeah, sure.
One thing that helps is just Google the error. You're not the only person that got that error, and somebody will tell you how to fix it.
Yes. Coming to Docker, this is the error happen due to mismatch of Docker commands. So this commands make error like 54 Docker push. When we pushing Docker image, this should be the command like Docker push, then the image name. Okay, the image name is Swiggy clone, then the username of the Docker Hub account, then the image with the latest tag. In previous scenario, I didn't mention the image name. That's why it's failed. Got it. I'm all clear.
No, can you repeat that last part? I'm sorry, I was.
I mean, whenever we pushing our images to Docker Hub, the command should be like this: Docker, then the scenario. We need to push the image, right? Then Docker push, then the image name. We need to specify the image name. This image name contains in our like our machine or wherever we working. Okay, our current directory. So this image will be there. Okay, we build the image. In our case, the build image name is Swiggy clone. Then we need to provide the username of our Docker Hub. So in my case, my name is the Docker Hub. Then we need to tagging with the latest image with tag name latest. Or else here we can specify the version name like V1, V2 like that. Got it. It's again failed.
Where was the tag incorrect in that the line of code where you said Docker push Swiggy clone?
Yes.
Was the error in that line of code?
I mean line of code we didn't mention before, we didn't mention the like image name. That makes the error.
I think you're missing a dash between Swiggy and clone in that one line. Your Docker push Swiggy dash clone, it should be, but it's like Docker push Swiggy space clone. Taufik Swiggy clone latest. If you go down to that line.
Give me a second. This should run. We can check this one. Apply. Save. And build now. So we are going to fifth build. So the commands look like this, okay? Like Docker build, the name of the application, and the path. So in my GitHub repository, there is a code for Docker file. So it will and corresponding files there, okay, in the same directory. So it will build the Docker image. Then we need to tag the image. So Docker tag. Then this is the tag name, okay, the latest. The image name. Then the username. Then the image. Again we need to mention the image and the version of the image. Here we provide the latest. Then directly we can push. So similar way we can check out our Docker Hub.
So you had Docker push. That was the error, right?
Yes.
Okay. And you just changed that to the line that was written that way right now.
Right. This is pure Docker commands and that we already do that thing. So now it's we included in the script file. That's all. So the Jenkins file.
Yeah.
As of now, there is no push happen here. We can see. Yes, the Docker built successfully. See, and pushed. So we can check that thing in Docker Hub. Just refresh. See, pushed less than a minute ago. So this will be this is our latest image that triggered by, pushed by Jenkins.
You just have to remember to write a dash between Swiggy and clone.
Right.
Accidentally, you forgot that dash. That caused that error.
And we use the same image for deploying Kubernetes. So one more stage we have that we need to push, apply this image, okay, using YAML file to deploy our application to Kubernetes. So quickly, I will configure the Kubernetes parts in Jenkins. So we need to, the Travis scan is happening here. It will take some time. You can leave that. Just go to dashboard, manage Jenkins. You need to add one more plugin for Kubernetes. Go to plugins. and applicants tech Kubernetes and Kubernetes API credentials CLI. Yeah, this would be fine. These 4 things installed. It's done.
I think we can't restart now.
No need. Okay. Now, whenever we installed all the things for the Kubernetes, we go to the dashboard, see pipeline is done. And just to open the pipeline and go to configuration. Before that, we need to add some things here because we need to integrate. Now we need to integrate with the Kubernetes. So we need to create a connectivity from the Jenkins to our running Kubernetes. So you can see in our case, I deployed one EKS. So my Kubernetes cluster is running here with the 3 nodes. See, this is EKS. And
Try ls-a.
yes, this is the directory. I'll check. Because whenever we install Kubernetes, we will get a credential, okay? To authenticate with the credential, there is one default Kubernetes authentication there. So that is called kubeconfig file. We called that file name is kubeconfig file. So using the kubeconfig file, we connecting with our Kubernetes cluster from external application or external user or anything like that. Sometimes that is not visible. That's a problem. Not there. Okay, got it. So this should be our Kubernetes configuration file. Okay. See, static from API version 2 here. So we just copy, paste it in a notepad and save as a text. Okay. Config file. Config. So the save type is text. Save. That would be fine. So what will happen now? We just taking the config file and save that file as a text file. Now we just to go to manage. Sorry. Yeah, now we go to the credential again, and we are going to add one more credential. So here the kind type, we change the kind type as secret file. Okay. Then that will be fine. We need to provide ID, and we can choose the image, which image that we see. Yes, this is a config file. So just choose the config file, and we need to provide the name for the configuration file. So we'll check the configuration file name. Kubernetes. Let's create. So that part is done. Then go back to dashboard and open the file, configure. You need to add one more stage for Kubernetes. Last two, want to leave the 192. See, this is the last stage to deploy Kubernetes. My audio voice is stable, right?
Yes.
Yes.
So this is the last stage, deploy to Kubernetes, the directory, because that Kubernetes is some other directory, okay? I mean the Kubernetes configuration file. So we need to specify the directory here and choose a directory. So the Kubernetes, I mean the Jenkins know there is a directory that's called Kubernetes. So inside the Kubernetes directory, these are uh, the configuration there, okay, like deployment YAML, service YAML, and all the things. So one more thing, here we need to change this thing, like this configuration because we need to create one thing. Yeah. So, for example, these are the Groovy script, stages. So if we didn't know the stages, we can directly go to the pipeline syntax here. So it will open another page, and here you can see snippet generator. And here we can provide our stages. Okay, for example, it's checking git checkout. See, for git, for example, it's yeah. For example, as per our requirement, okay, in our stages we have different scenarios like git checkout, then using Sonar Cube. So what stages we are going to perform? So we can just using the snippet, then it will give the details. Okay. For example, this is Git. Then we need to provide the URL here and choose the master which branch we are using, master or main. Then click snippet. Then it will create the this syntax. Okay. For example, this one. See. So this is created by that snippet. So in this case, I am going to create Kubernetes, okay, kube config file. So it's kube config. Got it. With the kube config. This is the one, okay. Configure Kubernetes CLI. So click that one and choose a credential from. Here we have already have one credential for Kubernetes. So choose that one and leave the things and create snippet. See, it will create the snippet for us. So just to copy, this is fine because we have the blocks under blocks there. Just copy and paste here. Fine. I'm just going to build, okay.
So are you rebuilding that same application where you had,
Yes.
you passed the Docker, but you were failed in the
It's all
Kubernetes?
we build it again, but it will checking when pushing to the Docker hub, because the same layers are there, then it will skip. Because in real scenario, we will add all the commands. So for the learning purpose, I will add break, like first add the 4 stage, then adding more stage like that. Otherwise, we can build it if we have in real scenario, we can build all the codes at a single build using all the codes.
So you are on purpose playing with the code by breaking it and showing us how to kind of defensively program.
Sorry?
There's this concept of defensive programming where you break your own code and so that your code is stronger. So you're showing us how the mistakes happen and then just like fix them.
Yes. So the build happened. Now the scanning.
What is special about Trivi? What does Trivi do?
Trivi is a scanning tool, okay? Because we build images, Docker images. So we need to scan that Docker images if any vulnerabilities or any. These are actually security purpose tool,
So
okay?
security functions. Yeah, Trivi is
Yes.
security.
Yes.
And SonarQube is quality analysis, right?
Yes. These all are, making our pipeline more secure actually. We can ensure that there is no issues or, for example, if we didn't use Trivi or SonarQube, we can build the same pipeline, but we didn't ensure that any issues or we bother about that thing. In this case, we didn't bother about any security things. We can call this pipeline as a DevSecOps pipeline, okay, not DevOps pipeline, because we integrate some security application in between this pipeline. This first one for checking the code, checking raw codes, that's done by the SonarQube analysis. Then we use that code for building Docker image. Now we have an image. Okay. After that, this is for file system scanning. Okay. Because so many files, dependency files are there for building the Docker image or other files. So it will scan the Trivi file system scan. This is for image scanning Trivi. Trivi have these both functionality. So now it's scanning the built image.
What is the difference between Trivi FS scan and Trivi the built image?
File system scan. This is file system scan.
Okay.
File system in the sense of the current directory files. Some files belongs to the current directory, right? So the Trivi FS will scanning the current directory.
So it's selecting, it's going through security through like file by file.
Right.
And then it's scanning the whole image for security in case somebody has hidden something in between the image files.
See, our pipeline is successful. See, it's deployed. Now what will happen? Just go to the okay. See, 2 pods running. Not running. You can see its status is container creation. It will take some time. See, both are running. Now we can check the service for the same. See, that application using service for load balancer. So we can copy the load balancer URL from here. Paste. It will take some time because it will creating the load balancer and all things. See, the application is live now. So it's a clone application for Swiggy. Just cloning the interface only, I think. We can't buy anything.
We can't eat anything also from the screen.
Yes. So yeah, that's a pipeline. Then we can add as per our requirement. Okay, just to go back. As of now, we didn't, integrate with our Jenkins. Okay, sorry, GitHub with the Jenkins. So after creating a connectivity between GitHub and Jenkins, we can say that if any code changes happen in our pipeline, in our GitHub, it will automatically fetch in our application. For example, I will show you quickly how to integrate that thing. Just open the pipeline and configure. Scroll down. Here we can see GitHub project when coming to configure. So GitHub, choose the GitHub project and GitHub. So this is the project I used. Yes, I think so. Okay. So I'm just copying this is my file, I believe. Wait. Yes. Okay, this is one. Just copy. This is a URL. Okay, copy the URL and paste here. That would be fine. Then we need to choose the trigger type. Okay, build trigger type. So in this case, we can choose build GitHub hook trigger for GitSM polling. Okay, so click that thing. That's fine. Apply and save. Then go to the directory. This is the directory, and go to the directory settings. And here we can see webhook. GitHub web. See, we have a webhook there. We have a webhook there, and we need to change the IP with the Jenkins IP. Copy the IP. Okay, that would be fine. IP with the port number, okay, of Jenkins. Update webhook. Then go to again webhook. See, we will get a tick mark, okay. Otherwise, this connectivity is not successful. The last error was successful. That means from this to Jenkins, some authentication there. So it's successful. Now, what will happen? Just to go to Jenkins, go to dashboard, we can see that latest pipeline is 6 and it's done. Now, our requirement is whenever the developer push new code, okay, so it will automatically, whenever the developers updated their code or adding new features, then pushing that code to the repository, right? So at that time, the Jenkins automatically taking the new code changes from the GitHub repository and do all the stages, go through all the stages, like what are the stages that we include in this pipeline. It will go to all the step by step, like checking the codes, building Docker image, Docker push. Finally, it will push to our Kubernetes container. So just I will show you. Just manually we can change some edit in our application. Okay, go to changes code. So this is our application. Just probably what's on your mind. Banner. See banner, we can see what's on mine. Yeah, see, I will change to it's tomorrow. Just changing. Okay, just we can edit here and commit. This is a small change. Okay, and I'm going to commit. So whenever I'm going to commit, pipeline will automatically build. See, build one queue. See, it's automatically building the seventh build. This is triggered by Jenkins. Okay, we can see that thing. See, started by GitHub push by Taufik. When we go to the other pipeline, okay, like our previous pipeline, started by the user Taufik. That means inside this Jenkins, in Jenkins, my username is Taufik. You see, this is my username. So this will happen from the GitHub. So we need to wait for this build. After that, when we are refreshing this page, we can see the changes here.
Sir, this is a very small change, and for this small change, it is taking so much of time. Usually, it should not take, right?
This small changes, but it will go through the each stages. Like for example, when this is our seventh stage, okay, so like fifth stage, but it will take that much time. That's all. Whenever we go to the second stage, third stage, same time it will take for this seventh stage. Got it. Now you can see it's Drive FS. Now it's building images. Any doubt?
No doubt. Then it will do try the image scan after the Docker build.
Yes.
And then it doesn't show all the steps in between. Like it will keep adding steps there next on the right between end and the one that is working on right now.
Yeah. And here you can see the pipeline. Sorry, Kubernetes manifest file, deployment and service. See, whenever new latest image, pushed in Docker Hub, it will take the latest image. Okay. And we have one selector for this service, selector for this application, and we point it to the service. So the type is load balancer. That's why we have that load balancer. Then see the selector, its application name.
In real time, the developer will update only source code file, right?
Right.
Everything we have to manually.
Right.
Manually have to work on that.
Yes. Now it's pushing to Kubernetes. Everything is fine. Then we can go to the application and refresh. It will take some time. Yeah. See, change happened. Got it. All of you.
Yes.
Yes.
Then we can add like some monitoring to platform like Grafana parameters for monitoring our cluster. Even Kubernetes server we can monitor. So like that, as per the requirement, we can configure that part as well. Anyone have any doubt? If not, then we can wind up because I think there is a lot more time, right? 11 or 11:50. All of you.
Okay. Thank you for the class. Yeah. Have a
Thank
good
you,
morning,
sir.
Taufik.
Bye.
Good night to everybody in the US.
Good night, Tom.
Bye.
Bye.
Tawfiq,
Yes.
can I share my screen?
Give me a second. I will stop this thing.